Good evening, this is GCN English News Edition and you're watching with me, New Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. China renames 30 places in Arunachal Pradesh in fourth such list. Former Speaker of Manipur, Irengbam Himochandra resigns from Congress, says Congress is a sinking ship. News in detail. This is the fourth time China has unilaterally renamed places in Arunachal Pradesh, having done it in 2017, 2021 and 2023. In what is seen as a bid to assert its claim on Arunachal Pradesh, China has renamed 30 places along the line of actual control, LAC, in India's northeastern state. As per the Hindustan Times, the Chinese Ministry of Civil Affairs, responsible for the establishment and naming of administrative divisions, released the fourth list of standardized geographical names in Arunachal Pradesh, which Beijing calls Jiangnan, according to a Hong Kong-based daily. The list of places renamed by China includes 11 residential areas, 12 mountains, 4 rivers, 1 lake, 1 mountain pass and a piece of land. The names have Chinese characters, Tibetan and Pinyin, the Roman alphabet version of Mandarin Chinese. The ministry also included detailed latitude and longitude and a high-resolution map. In accordance with the relevant provisions of the State Council, China's Cabinet on the Management of Geographical Names, we, in conjunction with the relevant departments, have standardized some of the geographical names in Jiangnan of China. South China Morning Post quoted the ministry as saying, Beijing released the first list of the so-called standardized names of 6 places in Arunachal Pradesh in 2017. The second list of 15 places in 2021, followed by another list with names for 11 places in 2023. India has repeatedly rejected China's move to rename places in Arunachal Pradesh, asserting that the state is an integral part of the country, and assigning invented names does not alter this reality. In 2023, then External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said, "We have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright," he added. Arunachal Pradesh has been and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality. The recent statements by China to reassert its claims over the state started with Beijing lodging a diplomatic protest with India over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Arunachal Pradesh, where he dictated to the nation the Sila Tunnel, built at an altitude of 13,000 feet in Arunachal Pradesh. External Affairs Minister S. Jaisankar on March 23rd dismissed China's repeated claims on Arunachal Pradesh as ludicrous, and that the frontier state was a natural part of India. This is not a new issue. China has laid claim. It has expanded its claim. The claims are ludicrous to begin with and remain ludicrous today, he said in response to a questions on the Arunachal issue after delivering a lecture at the prestigious Institute of South Asian Studies, ISAS, of the National University of Singapore and US. So I think we've been very clear, very consistent on this. And I think you know that it's something which will be a part of the boundary discussion which are taking place, he said.
It very clear. Our position on the matter has been made very clear on Arunachal Pradesh time and again. We have recently also issued statements in this regard. I think a couple of statements. China may repeat its baseless claims as many times as they want. That is not going to change our position. Arunachal Pradesh was, is and will remain and always remain an integral and inalienable part of India.
On the other hand, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has again slammed China for issuing new names for Indian territories, days after he dismissed Beijing's wrongful claims regarding the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Jaishankar's rebuke came as China released a fourth list of 30 new names of various places in Arunachal Pradesh. As per News 18, India has been rejecting China's renaming of places in Arunachal, asserting that the state is an integral part of the country and assigning invented names does not alter this reality. Speaking at the South Gujarat Chamber of Commerce, Jaishankar said, "If today I change the name of your house, will it become mine? Arunachal Pradesh was, is, and will always be a state of India. Changing name does not have an effect. Our army is deployed there, line of actual control," he was quoted as saying by A&I. In response to their questions about China's renaming of Indian territory, last week the Chinese Ministry of Civil Affairs released the fourth list of standardized geographical names in Jiangnan, the Chinese name for Arunachal Pradesh, which Beijing claims as part of South Tibet. According to state-run Global Times, the Chinese government posted 30 additional names for the region. The Chinese Civil Affairs Ministry released the first list of the standardized names of 6 places in Jiangnan was released in 2017, while the second list of 15 places was issued in 2021, followed by another list with names for 11 places in 2023. Jaishankar on March 23 dismissed China's repeated claims on Arunachal Pradesh as ludicrous and that the frontier state was a natural part of India. This is not a new issue. I mean, China has laid claim. It has expanded its claim. The claims are ludicrous to begin with and remain ludicrous today, he said in response to questions on the Arunachal issue after delivering a lecture at the prestigious Institute of South Asian Studies (ISAS) of the National University of Singapore (NUS). So I think we've been very clear, very consistent on this. And I think you know that it's something which will be part of the boundary discussions which are taking place, he said. Beijing was also peeved over the US statement recognizing Arunachal Pradesh as part of Indian territory. State Department Principal Deputy Spokesperson Vedam Patil said on March 9 that the US recognizes Arunachal Pradesh as Indian territory, and we strongly oppose any unilateral attempts to advance territorial claims by incursions or encroachment, military or civilian, across the line of actual control.
देखिए ऐसा है, अगर कोई मैं आपके घर का नाम बदल दूं तो मेरा घर बन जाएगा क्या? अरुणाचल प्रदेश भारत का स्टेट है, पहले भी था, अभी भी है, आगे भी रहेगा। तो ये नाम बदलने से कुछ नहीं होता। और ये लद्दाख का विषय जो है, नहीं एक्टिविस्ट होते हैं, अब एक्टिविस्ट के अपने विचार होते हैं। आप सब जानते हैं कि हमारी सेना जो है वो सीमा पे अगर जो भी कोशिश हो सीमा में लाइन ऑफ एक्चुअल कंट्रोल का उल्लंघन करने में हमारी सेना जो है वहाँ डिप्लॉय हो चुकी है। वहाँ उनको जो भी करना है वो जानते हैं क्या करना है, उसका वो जिम्मेदारी जरूर निभाए।
Former Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly and former Minister of the State Irrangbam Himochandra has tendered his resignation from primary membership of Indian National Congress on Monday. As per the Hill Zone, the former speaker made the announcement regarding his resignation in a press briefing held in Imphal on Monday. The former speaker opined that the Congress party is no longer a party with any relevance in this country, particularly in Manipur. He said that the party is a sinking ship completely without vision, without any purpose, as a responsible party which could render the role of opposition in this country. Himochandra opined that the Congress party is not going to serve any good for the people of this country or Manipur. The former speaker alleged that there is no room for talent in the Congress party for talent and growth anymore. Himochandra, who had also served as working president of MPCC, said that he had been involved in the Congress for about 30 years. Himochandra declared that he has tendered resignation from this day from the primary membership of Indian National Congress, and that same has been made known to Congress leaders. Himochandra said, "It is indeed with a very heavy heart that I have taken the decisions. It has taken a while for me to take this decision eventually, but I have taken the decision to finally quit the party."
It is not going to serve any good for the people of either this country or Manipur. There is no room. There is no room. I'm repeating again, there is no room in this party for talent, for growth anymore. Therefore, I have taken this decision. As I have said, I'm again reiterating this fact that it is with a very heavy heart. I've remained loyal to this party for many years, and today although I'll keep it, I'll take your questions, but I will still, say a lot of things much later. This is not going to be my, this is my first interaction with you upon my resignation. I'll be interacting with you later also, and this is all I have to say as my opening, of this press conference today. Thank you very much. I have tendered my resignation.
The India's public service broadcaster Akashvani Charichampur met a public notice on the 1st of April. The notice reads, "All Indian Radio Charichampur LRS is again set to resume broadcasting its local programs fully, with effect from 7/4/2023 Sunday, which was disrupted since May 3rd, 2023 due to ethnic violence in the state. That the station has already resumed broadcasting 3 dialects programs since October 9, 2023. As per the Directorate's approval of the Summer Fixed Point Chart 2024, all the locally produced programs and regional and national compulsorily relay programs, including news, shall be broadcasted with effect from 7/4/2024. The timing of the transmission is 1 to 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Transmission to 2:55 p.m. to 10 p.m. Listener might please tuned on FM 101.4 MHz. All Indian Radio has done a tremendous job for public awareness on health, education, development, entertainment, and information, etc. Therefore, the district authorities and various social organizations are requested to kindly extend a helping hand for the free movement of the staff, especially casual assignees who are on shift duty." In regards to the closing down of KSO Sadar Hills office, the KSO SH and Sadar Hills Chief Association Sahilka held a meeting yesterday, the 1st of April. The KSO SH office had been shut down for several days by the students of the area due to certain contrasting ideologies. In regards to this, a meeting was held on 1st April along with various social leaders and Sahilka. The meeting had announced the reopening of the KSO SH office with immediate effect on the 2nd of April, and the following agreement had been undertaken during the meeting. The KSO SH shall never take part in electoral politics again since it is a student body. The entrustment of the Unified Command to KSO by KIM shall never be misused by the KSO, and they have to take the consent of the concerned defense authorities before making any decision. The KSO SH is also prohibited from collecting any money from the public in the name of the nations for buying ammunition or arms, even though they are given the authority of Unified Command. The above agreement was signed by KSO Sadar Hills President Thang Rijoy and General Secretary K. Songrek, and as a witness, Sahilka member Lun Thang Hau Kip and Hau Kling Kipgen also signed the agreement. At least 20 junta military troops lost their lives during clashes that erupted in Kolin Township on March 31st, according to a statement from the People's Defense Force (PDF). The fight unfolded when a junta military column launched a raid into the villages of Quakar, Minkont, and Pankar Kont in the western part of Kolin Township during the last week of March. In a joint effort, the PDF and local defense forces defended against the junta's advance. The intense fighting began at 5:30 a.m. on March 31st and persisted for 8 hours. The junta sustained at least 20 casualties, while 8 fighters from the PDF were injured. Kolin was seized by coordinated forces including the PDF, the Kachin Independence Army, and other resistance groups on November 6 of the previous year. However, the junta's military regained control of it during the second week of February, and their troops have remained stationed within the town area since then. Mizoram Pradesh BJP President and MP candidate Vanlal Muaka at a press conference held on Monday at Aizawl Press Club stated that Modi and his leadership in New Delhi knows that Mizos are a disciplined and obedient race. Muka said that though Mizoram is India's least productive state and the poorest state in terms of population ratio and the most indebted state in terms of population ratio, Mizoram Vision 2023 was prepared by BJP, where Mizoram can become the most productive, least debt, and developed state in India within 5 years. In addition to the normal budget of the state, rupees 40,000 crores for the development of the state during the following: for meaningful development in agriculture, to develop education in Mizoram so that the state can become an education hub, healthcare development, to create more jobs in food security and manufacturing, tourism development, rural and urban development planning. It is available for youth and sports development. Vanlal Muaka stated that if the people of Mizoram give him their mandate, he will immediately push to release the rupees 50,000 crore that has been allocated for road construction in the state through the Ministry of Road and Transport, Government of India. In addition, rupees 1,000 crore from Central Road Fund will be requested for the rehabilitations of roads already constructed through PMGSY, and that the funds will be used for the rehabilitations of PMGSY roads that have already been constructed but are not yet in use. He also mentioned that rupees 950 crore for the rural government VC villages and rupees 400 crore for urban government Aizawl and Lunglei will be funded from Central. In addition to the Vanlal Muaka also said that rupees 250 crore will be allocated from Central for the revival of Mizoram Tourism Department. Rupees 25 crore will be allocated for the development of sports talent. Moreover, in addition to the above, he said that state government fund-raising opportunities in various ministries will also be explored. The BJP MP candidate also promised for PM Saman beneficiaries to receive rupees 6,000 annually, and that beneficiaries will be issued Kisan credit cards through KCC. Farmers will be provided with loans at low interest rates for the development of their farmland. In addition, PM Farmers Pension Schemes will be introduced for PM Kisan beneficiaries to receive a monthly pension of at least rupees 3,000 on reaching the age of. All PM Kisan beneficiaries will be issued cards through PM Ayushman Bharat for free medical treatment of rupees 5 lakh per annum. Furtherance, Vanlal Muaka for economic and industrial development in the state and job creations for Mizo youth in the state, wherein have started that 22,500 crore will be allocated for the state government assistance. Instead of sending Mizo youth abroad to work, employment opportunities will be created locally through Bamboo Technology Park, Mega Textile Park, Mega Pharmaceutical Park, MSME Development Center, Tourist Circuit, Fish Process Park, he said. In a tragic turn of events, a quarrel between two village volunteers escalated into a fatal shooting, resulting in the death of one individual. According to Bishnupur District Police, the incident took place on Sunday evening when Siza Guru Mayum Biran Sharma, age 54, son of Bihari Sharma from Ningthaukong Ward number 14 AP, Santipur Village, and Suresh Sahu, age 43, wife of Nongmaithem Ngancha Devi from Santipur Ward number 2, were engaged in a heated argument. Police aided that S.H. Biren Sharma fired a single barrel shot at Suresh Sahu, causing critical injuries on her chest. Suresh Sahu was immediately rushed to Bishnupur Hospital for urgent medical attention. However, he succumbed to his injury. His body was later transferred to RIMS Hospital for post-mortem procedures. In another news, police in Imphal West District have arrested two members of a gang, including a teenager with arms and ammunition, reported New My News Network. One of the arrested members is only 18 years old, the police said on Monday, while accusing them to be the members of the Salailand Mapari Kangleipak Defense Force. The police said that the arrestees are part of a gang, Salailand Mapari Kangleipak Defense Force, and involved in theft, extortions, and anti-social activities. 132 pistol with one magazine, one 9mm pistol with one magazine loaded with 4 9mm ammunition, one SBBL gun mounted with one telescope, one Chinese hand grenade, and 5 wireless sets were recovered from the possessions of the two members, along with some other materials including seal and letterheads of the group, the police said. It also said that 1 round seal of Salailand Mapari KDF, 1 blue flag of Salailand Mapari KDF, 1 each of camouflage cap, jacket, BP black vest, camouflage full shirt and trousers. 8 letterheads of Salailand Mapari Kangleipak Defense Force signed by its chairman Ace Laloiba and President O Meitei. 8 letterheads of Salailand Mapari Kangleipak Defense Force signed by President O Meitei. 1 EEC of Vent, silver in color, and 1 Himalayan Royal Enfield motorcycle were also recovered. They were arrested during a counter-insurgency operations at Kombire Colony under Lamphel police stations of Imphal West District on Sunday, the police said. The Aizawl Zoological Park on early Monday morning got an alert when one of the bears escaped from its enclosure. According to the director of Aizawl Zoological Park, PC Leltanpuya, the massive wind in the early hours of Monday morning led to the uprooting of a tree that fell inside the bear's enclosure. According to officials from the zoo, one of the bears from the enclosure had escaped when it climbed out through the fallen tree trunk. The zoo officials have borrowed tranquilizer guns and traps from the College of Veterinary Sciences and Animal Husbandry, CELISI. The officials believe that the escaped bear is still within the zoological park. The hunt for it is still underway, and the staff are constantly manning the traps. Officials have also issued an order for the closure of the zoological park for a pilot license visit on Tuesday. According to an official statement from the IRGC, the slain commanders were among those who perished in the assault. Haji Rahimi, described as a coordinator for the Quds Force, was in the aftermath of the devastating attack on Iran's consulate in Damascus. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has confirmed the tragic loss of 7 of its officers, including senior commanders Mohammed Reza Zahidi and Mohammed Hadi Haji Rahimi, CNN reported. The attack, which rocked the Syrian capital, has left Iran really evolving a robust response. According to an official statement from the IRGA, the slain commanders were among those who perished in the assault. Haji Rahimi, described as a coordinator for the Quds Force, was identified as the second commander killed in the attack on Iran's consulate building in Damascus. The other officials named in the statement include Hossein Aman Ilahi, Mehdi Zalalati, Mohsen Sedakhat, Ali Aghababi, and Ali Salehi Rosbahani. As reported by CNN, Iran has pointed fingers at Israel, alleging that the attack was carried out by Israeli forces using F-35 warplanes. Hossein Akbari, the Iranian ambassadors in Damascus, condemned the assault as a violation of international laws and vowed that Iran would respond decisively. This is perhaps the first time that the Zionist regime allows itself to attack an official building of the Islamic Republic of Iran embassy, which had the flag of the Islamic Republic raised on top of it, Akbari excited. In response to the escalation, Israel has refrained from commenting directly on the Damascus strike. However, Rear Administrator Daniel Hagari, a military spokesperson, disputed Iran's characterizations of the targeted building, claiming it was not a consulate or embassy, but rather a military structure of the Quds forces disguised as a civilian facility in Damascus. As tensions escalated between the two regional adversaries, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Nasser Kanani affirmed that Iran reserved the right to retaliate and will determine the nature of its response to the aggression, CNN reported. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.